Hello, this is ConsoleTX here to play the March 25th, 2019 Heat Signature Daily Challenge. The character today is Thu Forest, who is a glitch-sick X off-worlder with a good key cloner, a concussion hammer, a crash trap that probably won't matter, and that wants to bring in 3 sovereign officers as fast as possible. So we have a bunch of guards that you can just knock out with a concussion hammer. Target fleas and many sentry guns. Sentry guns are my natural enemy. They are good at me, or good against me, because I forget about them all the time. And the alarm response target fleas is actually probably a good alarm response. Ideally, I will just race the target to the telepad, beat them there, and then capture them. So, capture targets here, telepads here. Definitely want to sound the alarm immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this guy shoot at me one time and dodge his bullet, and then I'll hit him. And go interpose myself between the capture target and the telepad. And then I'll get the capture target's item. I'm not going to get this cargo crate because it's just way too far out of the way. There's just no way that that's going to be worth getting. And then I could go intercept the capture target and then like grab so that I knock them out sooner. But I don't think that's actually going to be much faster than just waiting for them to get all the way here, because I'm going to have to bring them to my ship anyways, since that is the fastest way off of the ship, off of the big ship. I'm going to stash all of this weaponry and then head up and away. Alright, that was a good mission. I missed the crate on the bottom, but that crate was so far away, and that was a very fast run through, so it was probably worth skipping it. I still have this key cloner. I have an emergency shield now, which actually might be useful because it's a speed daily. And on like no harm dailies, the emergency shield is questionable because you might get bullet reflections and stuff. And on alarm dailies, obviously it's worthless because they'll see you and they'll sound the alarm. So this is one of the few dailies where the emergency shield might actually be valuable. This next mission is another easy mission. We've just got, okay, we have a defender. The defender could be tricky. I would need to crash the defender and then knock them out. The guards, though, are chumps. I can just knock them out. Alarm responses target fleas again, which is good. And then the jammer shouldn't matter unless I feel like using my emergency shield. Jammer gate's also not particularly relevant, except for the emergency shield, but generally you use the emergency shield to block. Well, generally I just don't use emergency shields, but generally you want to block like a specific shot or something, or like a sentry gun or something. Although maybe if it is a sentry gun that's like patrolling a door, then the emergency shield would be worth using. So this is another instance of the telepad being right where I need it to be. So I am going to forego this crate once again and just sound the alarm immediately. So those guys can hear this, sound the alarm. Capture target's going to come up and around this way. The capture target should get out of the range of the defender, and then I'll be in good shape to just knock him out. I'm also going to knock out this jammer. Ooh, and I'm going to take the loud gun. That could be useful. And I might as well deactivate this jamming device, just to be safe. The capture target should come down and around, so I think I can afford to waste a tiny bit of time knocking those guys out. Ooh, a subverter. One of those guys was holding a gadget, and I was not paying attention. Or maybe the jammer was holding the subverter. I don't actually know. Alright, stash the visitor. That's a good pickup. Gosh, that was great. I'm skipping a crate and I'm still getting some incredible gadgets. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, I see. I picked up the target and wasted 2 seconds. Alright, well this hurts because I'm getting -10 here, and if I had returned to pod like I intended to, rather than picking up the target, I think I actually would have gotten 19. So, that's a shame. Not 100% sure that that would have happened that way, but I have a loud gun, I have a quiet gun. A target flees again. Alright. This is a daily where the target flees. Alright. Interesting thing to note on this ship is I can just subvert the telepad and then visit away off the ship, because the ship will be a glitch-proof hull. I do want to go to the alternate docking. Oh, wow. What a bad docking job. 7 seconds docking time. Pretty bad. Alright. What's the play here? The telepad is right here. The capture target is right there. If... Ooh, this is a concern. Well, I can activate my emergency shield, so it's not as huge of a concern as it could be. I would like to subvert the telepad and sound the alarm. That seems like the best thing I could do. And the way I do that is I get level 1 clearance, I get over here, and I subvert this door, and then run down and subvert the telepad, and then I'll have sounded the alarm at that point. And then the target will get launched out into space. Making my way through the ship seems like a risky proposition. Actually, it doesn't seem like that risky of a proposition. And I need to go through anyways. We'll see. I'm definitely going to go to the right here, because that's safer and I can key clone these keys. And I'll just run through here with my emergency shield, and I'll kill the tracker while I do that. Okay, so I want to activate my emergency shield. Tracker shoots me, but I will just shoot the tracker. And then I will run to the right. These guys are all going to activate their shields, but I can just safely ignore them. And then to replace my loud gun, I'm going to take the high velocity rifle, because it's just a better loud gun. Okay, the target is fleeing. Okay, so I am going to need to subvert the telepad. I need to get there, and I need to subvert the telepad. And I'm going to need to do it with a visitor. And in fact, it's definitely worth it for me to just run down to the right and visit across this gap here. I should be able to get down and make it to the telepad and subvert the telepad. Although, if I do that, then I won't be able to visit off the ship. No, wait. I'm going to go down here to this corner, visit across, and then subvert the telepad from there. I should have enough time to do that. 8 seconds to run through here. I have my emergency shield uses. Wow, this is a real... This is... Oh, what? Oh, shoot! The jamming gate! Oh, well, that's a loss. That is an L. I forgot about the jammer gate. Oh, gosh, I should have just visited down here. Of course I should have. I would have gotten pulled back, but the capture target would have gotten teleported out into space. And then how would I have gotten off the ship? I could have run up and visited off there, or just gone to the pod. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to visit down here, subvert this, and then teleport out. So that way I would be able to use the visitor to get to the telepad. Or no, I could have even just gone here, subverted it, and then visited out like I planned. Obviously, all of my plans have come to ruin because I ran over that jammer gate. But, well, shoot. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the safe thing to do would have been to visit across the diagonal gap, run down, and subvert the telepad. I would have gotten pulled back to that room, which means I would have had to use the emergency shield and escape up the top, probably with another visitor charge, and that would have risked the capture target dying in the vacuum of space. But that definitely would have been, that was guaranteed to not lose me the game, except maybe if I let the capture target die in space. The other thing I could have done was, well, I could have run down like I did, but I could have used a visitor to get past that obstacle, I guess. Running through doorways definitely is a dangerous thing to do. I had the subverter. Oh, I could have just subverted the doorway. If I just subverted the doorway, then it doesn't crash me. That was the best way to do it. I should have subverted the doorway. I had 3 subverter uses. If I had just used a subverter use on the door, then I would have been able to get through no problem. So that was the trick. I just forgot. I was talking about the jammer gates earlier and how they affect the emergency shield, and I was mocking the emergency shields for not being useful, but the emergency shield was instrumental in that plan, and the jammer gate was a concern to the emergency shield, and I could have disabled the jammer gate. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was such a good plan. If I had just remembered to disable the jammer gate, that would have been really good. Unfortunately, it was not really good, and instead, I didn't even finish the third mission. Oh gosh, and I would have been so fast. I would have been like a -10 penalty on that mission, maybe a -15 penalty, but -15 at worst penalty on that mission. Oh gosh, that would have been so good. Darn. Well, anyways, that's it. This is Console TX signing out.